Good afternoon, everyone. The authors and invited guests, I welcome you all to the technical session 9E. Myself, Siddesh Mughal, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the fourth World Conference on Information System for Business Management, ISBM 2025, Bangkok, Thailand. The fourth edition of the conference is being organized in hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Bangkok, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom yesterday and today, that is on 25th and 26th September 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive session through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 10 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for the question and answer. On 9 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. So just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair of this session, Dr. Varsha Jadhav. Dr. Varsha Jadhav is an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science at Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune. With over 19 years of teaching experience, she is also a member of Board of Studies for the department. Her areas of interest include machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, data structures, and design and analysis of algorithms. Ma'am, do you have any opening remarks for the participants?
Yes, thank you for the beautiful introduction. And I'm very much thankful to Amit Joshi sir, all the organizers of ISBM, which is conference, which is taking place in Bangkok, Thailand. So many of the times I've been the session chair here, and I've found that every time the research work is really very good and is based upon very real-time applications. I also hope that this time also I could be able to learn more things. Like in the session chair, judging to the papers is fine, but yes, I also learn more things from the conference here. So all the best to all the authors, presenting authors, and everyone. And I congratulate the team of IASBM for the successful conference being taking place. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So let's start with the presentations. So first we have Unnati Parmar. She is presenting Advancements in Sentiment Analysis, a comprehensive survey of techniques, models, and real-world applications. Unnati ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah, ma'am. If you are ready, you can start with the presentation.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Unnati Parmar from Chimanbhai Patel Institute of Computer Applications, Ahmedabad, India. It's an honor to present at the fourth World Conference on Information System for Business Management being held in Bangkok. Today, I'll be presenting our research work titled Advancement in Sentiment Analysis, Comprehensive Survey of Techniques, Models, and Real-World Applications, carried out under the guidance of Dr. Jatin Moore from JLS University. So, here is the outline of our presentation. I'll begin with the introduction, followed by our research objectives, our literature review, the methodology. Then I will share the results and discussion and conclude with key takeaways, future directions, and references too. So here it is the introduction with the explosions of social media, online reviews, blogs, and discussions forms a huge amount of opinion, rich content is being generated daily. This provides unique opportunities to understand public attitudes, beliefs, and behavior. Sentiment analysis, also called opinion mining, is a subfield of NLP that focuses on automatically detecting and categorizing subjective information from text. Traditionally, sentiment is classified as positive, negative, or neutral, but more advanced systems also capture emotion and intensity. Industries like marketing, politics, healthcare, finance, and customer service rely heavily on sentiment analysis for decision making. However, challenges remain, such as detecting sarcasm, handling multilingual and code mixed content, adapting new domains, and ensuring ethical data uses. So, the goal of our paper is to provide a comprehensive survey of techniques, compare models experimentally, and highlight challenges and future research directions. Here is my research objective. The objective of our study are fourfold, that is to provide a survey of sentiment analysis techniques from lexicon-based methods to advanced transformer models to experimentally compare machine learning, deep learning, and transformer-based models such as naive SVM, LSTM, and BERT to analyze key challenges, including sarcasm, domain specific language, multilingual and code mixed text, and ethical considerations. To highlight real world applications in marketing, healthcare, politics, and finance, and suggest future research directions such as explainable AI and multimodal analysis. This is my literature review, which I have done. That is multilingual sentiment analysis, recent advances and trends, which is finding the review and multilingual essay approaches, highlighting trends and its limitations. So, sentiment analysis research has evolved significantly over the past 2 decades. Lexicon-based approaches use dictionaries of words like senticoordinate or barrier, assigning polarity scores. They are simple but limited in context hiding, we can say. Machine learning approaches, if we are talking about such as naive bias, SVM, and logistic regression, introduce data-driven methods. They use features like bag of words and TF-IDF, but still struggle with particular context. If we are talking about deep learning approaches, so revolutionized the field. That models like CNNs, RNNs, and particularly LSTM captured sequential patterns and improved accuracy. So finally, transformer-based models like BERT, Robot, and ExcelNet achieved state-of-the-art results using contextual embedding and transfer learning. There is also interest in hybrid and ensemble models with the ML or DL to improve performances and low resource environments. This is, if we're talking about the methodology, so here it is for our experiment. We use the IMDb movie reviews dataset, which contains 50,000 reviews evenly split into positive and negative classes. We applied pre-processing steps such as text normalization, tokenization, stop word removal, lemmatization, handling negations, and mapping emojis and slang to semantic equivalence. The also models have trained, including naive bias, SVM, LSTM, and BERT. Training was conducted using a Tesla T4 GPU on Google Colab Pro with optimization techniques like early stopping and dropout to avoid overfitting. So on the basis of the methodology, we have some results about the data that here the comparative results we have. Naive achieved the around 79% accuracy, while simple and interpretable. It struggles with contextual understanding. SVM performed better with the 84.5 accuracy, but still could not capture sequential dependencies. LSTM reaches 88.3% accuracy thanks to its ability to model long distance word relationships. Finally, BERT achieved the highest with 91.7% accuracy due to bidirectional contextual encoding and transfer learning. When comparing this resource users with this, so the study highlights that deep learning model outperform traditional ML LSTM captures sequential context better than SVM and naive bias. And BERT achieves highest accuracy due to bidirectional encoding, transfer learning, and efficient fine-tuning. Then, when comparing resource users, naive bias and SVM were lightweight, while LSTM required moderate resource, but although the most accurate required 50 minutes training and 8 GB memory. So this is how we measure that time taken by the particular model and whatever the accuracy which is given to us. So this highlights the key trade-off. Higher accuracy comes with greater computational cost. Here it is to conclude, sentiment analysis has matured from lexicon-based methods to deep learning and transform-based models. Neobias and SVM provide efficient baselines with uh, low resource complexity. And here it is, LSTM and BOT significantly improve accuracy and robustness with BOT setting the benchmark. However, these gains come at the cost of higher computational complexity. Challenges that is as such as sarcasm detections, multilingual processing, domain adaptations, and ethical issues will remain open problems in this field. And if we are talking about the future work for this, so it can be multimodal sentiment analysis. We can incorporate various text, audio, and video, and we can do with the multimodal sentiment analysis and also real-time sentiment tracking for the applications in crisis management and news monitoring. Also, it is required to go with the low resource language support through few short and zero short learning, explainable AI models to ensure transparency in decision making. Here are the references regarding the paper, what I have done with. That concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
I think Vasha ma'am, you are on mute.
Yes, Unnati, your presentation was good. But I think your paper is a survey paper, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So you have shown that references, only 8 references are there.
Yes, sir, ma'am. In PPT, I have just included 16 references over there, and the paper, there is a reference I have given in.
Total, how many references are there?
There is 49 references I have taken.
49 references. Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Now, about the data set, you also have performed some practical implementation on your paper.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, what data set you have used there?
That is IMDb movie reviews I have used for this implementation.
It is a English text data.
Yes.
Yes. So, when it is a English text data, how processing method, what you have adopted there?
Sorry, ma'am.
Processing, how did you process it before using any algorithm there? SVM, and you have deep learning, all those 4 algorithms which you have implemented. You might have processed that data set, the English data set, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the different steps you followed to process the data?
First, that we just have cleaned the particular data, whatever we have taken, and then perform these top removal words and lemmatization. Also, we have performed to clean the particular data, and then on the basis of the particular, also we have removed the emojis and slang, whatever they have used, because we are working with English only. So, and by doing that process only, we have taken the data.
Okay, so what about the numbers which were there in the sentence?
Means
Numbers, number 1, 2, 3, 4.
the type of data.
If your data is including, you said you removed special symbols, emoticons from the data, isn't it? Did you remove the numbers also? Number
Yes.
1, 2, yes, yes. Now, Unnati, listen carefully, okay? If I say I had 2 cups of tea,
Okay.
it really means I had 2 cups of tea. And if I remove number 2 from it, I have cups of tea. Won't be the meaning changed and the sentiment changed? Can you clarify this? If the special symbols are removed. So special symbols also do have some values in the sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. So do you have something to say about it?
Oh, no, sorry, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So actually, I also have done some work on this English text data and emoticons, like when we are giving messages on WhatsApp or any social media, we really use for happy, the happy smile is being used, thumbs
Yes,
up, thumbs
yes,
down, all the special kind of symbols at the rate, hash, dollar, we are using it. And yes,
yes.
nowadays writing shortcut in English is really useful, and those should not be removed. Up till now, it was being removed, but what I feel right now is those should not be removed. So you can still have a scope to work on including the emoticons and special symbols, the numbers also, and identify the sentiments with good accuracy. Okay.
Yes, yes. Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Unnati. That was very nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next.
So up next we have, just a second. Ma'am, can you switch off your presentation?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So up next we have Riddhima Dullo. She is presenting AI-driven sustainable marketing in the metaverse and consumer purchase intentions, a TPA analysis. Ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah.
You can start your presentation. Just a second. Yeah.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, ma'am. It's visible.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to ISBM 25 for giving us this opportunity to present our paper in front of this platform. So the topic of our paper presentation is AI-driven sustainable marketing in the metaverse and consumer purchase intentions, CPD analysis. I am Riddhima and I'm going to give this presentation. My other co-authors are Aditi Singh and Vinay Kiran. So this is the table of contents that I'll be of artificial intelligence, sustainability consciousness, and immersive metaverse technologies.
Yes, hello, Dr. Riddhima. Sorry to disturb
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
If you could
Yes.
please go in the presentation mode, please.
This is okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. So the emergence of artificial intelligence, sustainability consciousness, and immersive metaverse technologies has created unprecedented opportunities for transformative marketing communications that influence consumer behavior in virtual environments. Environmental consciousness now drives purchasing decisions. For most consumers, with studies showing nearly quarters of buyers globally accept higher costs for eco-friendly products. This growing environmental awareness opens the door for companies to distinguish themselves through genuine green communications. However, the challenges lie in effectively communicating sustainability attributes in ways that resonate with diverse consumer segments and translates it into actual purchase behavior. Moving to the background of the study. Now, the virtual worlds have marked a significant departure from flat, screen-based digital experiences towards fully immersive 3D spaces. And this evolution requires marketers to rethink established consumer engagement strategies, moving beyond traditional approaches to embrace the environments where users have physically engaged socially and participate in rich experiential activities. Now, the today's world behavior, especially in immersive virtual spaces, represents a natural digital transformation evolution. However, the validation is limited. So we have studied a lot of literature related to the studies that are done in the area of metaverse and marketing communications. This is some of the pertinent literature that I have quoted here. So you et al. In the 2023 found that consumers showed higher, one second. Higher buying intent through virtual trials versus conventional delays, while Hanji et al. In the year 2024 demonstrated that immersive brand experiences improve memory retention and emotional connections among younger consumers. Further, a study done in the year 2018 established demographic characteristics substantially impact consumers' trust towards mobile shopping applications, revealing that the demographic characteristics like age, education, income serve as critical determinants of digital platform acceptance, whereby the insights that remain highly relevant today for understanding metaverse user behavior patterns. Now, despite these initial findings, there are significant gaps that remain in understanding how marketing communications function within metaverse context, particularly with AI integration adding complexity. Further, AI created sustainability communications. One second. Yes, AI created sustainability communications gain greater consumer trust when featuring concrete environmental metrics and personalized recommendations, as was quoted in a study by Chakrabarti and his team in the year 2024. However, metaverse environments generate rich behavioral data through avatars and social interactions, creating both AI advancement opportunities and significant privacy concerns that remain underexplored. Further applying theory of planned behavior, which was given in the year 1991 framework to digital virtual spaces, remains under academic literature. So having gone through this literature, we have arrived at the research gap and the research objectives for our study. So while commercial investment in metaverse platforms increases and sustainability messaging has proved valuable, lacks understanding of how AI shapes sustainable marketing effectiveness in virtual spaces. Current literature has shown four key limitations this research is going to address. Limited exploration of metaverse marketing combined with AI applications, insufficient application of behavioral framework like theory of planned behavior in virtual setting, poor understanding of AI and sustainable content effectiveness in metaverse environment, and incomplete theoretical framework for multiple converging technologies. So based on this, our research fills this gap by investigating AI-generated performance in immersive virtual spaces, extending it to metaverse purchasing decisions. And these are the research objectives we have aimed for our study. Moving to the proposed research framework. Now, the research that our research applies theory of planned behavior framework, where real intention stems from attitudes, subjective norms, and perceived control. The study adapts this model for metaverse text by incorporating AI-driven sustainable marketing as a key influencer of these traditional behavioral factors. The enhanced framework positions AI-powered sustainable marketing strategies as drivers that shapes consumer attitudes, social influences, and control perception, which collectively determine purchase intentions within virtual environment. The hypothesis of the study are right in front of you in the slide. Moving to the research methodology that we have adopted, the consumers, as India serves as an ideal research environment given the digital sector with 750 plus million internet users. Quantified sampling was implemented to achieve comprehensive representation of India's virtual platform users. Participants were recruited from 7 metropolitan hubs, including Delhi NCR, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, and Kolkata, selected based on virtual commerce activity and digital infrastructure maturity. An online questionnaire was created using measurement tools from existing literature, which was customized for virtual environment applications.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but your 9 minutes are over.
Gender distribution showed males dominated at 58.6%, while age analysis revealed that participants aged 26 to 35 comprised the largest segment of our study. The pattern reflected typical virtual platform user profiles characterized by younger, digitally proficient populations. Educational attainment was notably high, with nearly 4/5 of the population having completed UG studies or higher, indicating adequate analytical skills for processing sophisticated AI-based marketing content. More than half of the participants reported using virtual platforms for over 12 months, demonstrating considerable exposure to digital environments and virtual commerce activities. Moving ahead to the descriptive statistics and reliability analysis. All the constructs which were proposed in our framework demonstrated satisfactory mean scores, with technology acceptance exhibiting the high mean, indicating strong user receptivity to technological innovations. The relatively higher mean for environmental consciousness suggested participants possess significant sustainability awareness. Skewness and kurtosis values fell within acceptable ranges, forming normal distribution assumptions. All reliability measures exceeded the established threshold, demonstrating excellent internal and convergent validity. Moving ahead to the next table of correlation matrix and discriminant validity. The correlation matrix is significant positive relation among all the construct with strongest correlation observed between attitude and purchase intention, supporting theoretical expectations. Notably, if you can see here,
Sorry to
AI-driven
interrupt you, ma'am,
sustainable.
but your time is over.
Sorry.
Ma'am, your time is over for the presentation.
Yes, Dr. Ridhima, you can conclude.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So notably, AI-driven sustainable marketing communications showed stronger correlation with all EV constructs. So these are my hypothesis results. Significant path coefficients. And this shows the multi-group analysis. And finally, moving to the conclusion. Now, AI-powered prediction, machine-generated environmental content affects consumer attitudes, social pressures, and perceived attitudes, showing strongest mediation effects. This model, the model that we have proposed, explains two-thirds of the purchase decision, eco-consciousness, and technology acceptance. Environmentally aware users demonstrate greater attention sustainability campaigns. This research confirms the commercial viability of artificial intelligence, ecological communications, and digital platforms for influencing online consumer behavior. And these are the future research directions. Thank you so much for your
Yes,
time.
yes, Dr. Ridhima, the presentation was really very nice. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so
And
much, ma'am.
my question is like, how come your research will be useful, real time useful to the society?
Yes, ma'am. The theoretical implications of our study is going to enrich the metaverse marketing understanding by demonstrating how AI-powered sustainability communication serve as a primary influencer of behavioral
And how a common
decision
people
factors.
and how a common person can utilize it by knowing what
How
basic advantage of it. Hello.
yes, yes,
Yes, yes. One more
yes, ma'am.
question is like you're trying to define the consumer purchase intentions.
Right, ma'am.
Is it? Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
are you able to define the intentions in different terms?
Intention is basically the behavior or the willingness to purchase something, right? So nowadays, as you
Yes,
see in
yes.
my
But if
study,
I
we
want to
have
purchase it, yes,
yes,
Dr. Ritima.
yeah, the
Yes,
majority of my
intention. If
respondents
my
in this
intention
study
to
are
purchase a product, if my
yes, ma'am.
intention to purchase a product is like I want to purchase with a specific intention.
Yes,
Okay, it could be good, bad, or any emotions related to it.
yes,
So,
ma'am.
are you trying to define those emotions related to your research?
No, ma'am, that is outside the scope of the study. We are
Okay.
not
What?
referring
Yes,
to the
right.
emotional part. Yes,
Yes, yes, yes. So, one more thing that you can include the intentions of the people
yes, ma'am.
to your research. Any specific data set you have utilized here?
No, ma'am, we have not utilized any specific data set. It was a
Huh.
questionnaire that we have prepared and we had just conducted a survey. So
Okay,
we have
questionnaire
collected,
you have used.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am, absolutely.
Yes, and what are the different methods you have applied to your research?
Different methods, as in we have used different methods, as in we
You're
have
saying
used the
it is
software
AI driven, na?
SPSS.
It is
Yeah,
AI driven. Yeah, so
yes,
there
ma'am.
are different AI methods used. Have you used any specific method?
Ma'am, actually, our study is based on social sciences. So we have used SPSS and MOS software to do the analysis on our data set that we have collected
Okay,
through the questionnaire.
fine, ma'am, fine. Thank you, Dr. Ridhima.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Up next, we have Sonali Maharaj. She is presenting AI-driven underwriting in the life insurance, transforming risk assessment in e-business. Do we have Sonali Maharaj?
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm just going to share my screen now.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, ma'am, it's visible. You can start.
Okay, good day, everyone. Today I'll be presenting our study on AI-driven underwriting in life insurance and how it is reshaping risk assessment in the digital economy. This work is by myself, Sonali Maharaj, as well as Rulani Maluleka and Abelwa Maluleka at the University of Johannesburg. And at its core, the study explores how AI is not just a technical upgrade, but a strategic enabler for the insurance industry. Traditionally, underwriting has been slow and paper-heavy. Applicants filled out long questionnaires, underwent medical exams, and waited days or weeks for approval. AI is transforming this process. With machine learning and biometric data, underwriting can be automated, accurate, and near instant. A case in point is Momentum's in-app screening tool, which uses behavioral and biometric data to make rapid decisions, dramatically evolving both efficiency and customer experience. The problem is clear. Traditional underwriting is inefficient, expensive, and impersonal. Customers expect faster, more personalized digital services, and insurers need to adapt. Our research had three main objectives. First, to examine how AI is changing underwriting in the context of e-business. Second, to propose a conceptual model that integrates machine learning and biometric data. And third, to critically evaluate the strategic, ethical, and operational impacts of this shift. Research shows that AI is already widely used in the broader financial services sector, particularly in fraud detection, risk management, and customer service. In underwriting, AI extends beyond demographics to include biometric and behavioral data from wearables and smartphones. This creates more detailed risk profiles, but also raises major concerns: algorithmic biases, the lack of transparency, and privacy risks. At a strategic level, AI is repositioning insurance from being a static product to a dynamic, data-driven service that evolves with customers. Our study proposes a 5-layer AI underwriting framework. It starts with a consent and onboarding layer, ensuring compliance with regulations like GDPR and the POPI Act. Next is data capture, biometrics such as facial scans and behavioral data from smartphones and wearables. This feeds into a machine learning risk engine trained on historical insurance data. The decision then goes through an explainable AI layer, so customers and auditors can understand why a decision was made. Finally, the system delivers a dynamic policy customization layer, from automatic approvals for low risk to human review for high risk. This framework balances innovation with accountability. What makes this framework powerful is its key features. It integrates real-time data, continuously updating risk assessments. It personalizes coverage and premiums to each individual. Compliance is built into the process, protecting both insurer and client. It ensures explainability so decisions are transparent. And finally, it is scalable, meaning that thousands of applications can be processed simultaneously without compromising accuracy. Our study contributes on both academic and industry levels. Academically, it introduces a modular, ethnically conscious model for AI underwriting and extends the literature on explainable AI in sensitive industries. For industry, it provides a practical roadmap. Using a SWOT analysis, we've highlighted strengths like speed and cost savings, weaknesses like regulatory hurdles, opportunities such as market expansions, and threats including algorithmic biases. Together, these insights help insurers move from actuarial thinking to data-driven real-time models. The implications go beyond technology. AI transforms risk evaluation from static categories to dynamic and individual profiles. It enables insurers to engage customers more meaningfully, offering wellness incentives or policy adjustments based on their lifestyle. But this also increases the need for ethical design, transparency, and regulatory oversight. Those who adopt AI responsibly will enjoy a significant competitive advantage in a fast-evolving e-business landscape. To conclude, AI is revolutionizing life insurance underwriting by making it faster, more accurate, and more personalized. However, adoption comes with its challenges, potential biases, a lack of transparency, and regulatory concerns. Looking forward, integration with voice-based AI and federated learning could make systems even more powerful. The key takeaway is this: AI is not just about automation. It is a strategic enabler of a new value in life insurance, redefining how insurers engage with customers in the digital age. I've also included 5 of the 20 references included in this research paper for the presentation. Thank you for your attention. I hope this has given you a clear view on how AI can transform life insurance underwriting, and I'll be happy to take any of your questions.
Yes, that was really very nice. Yes, the presentation one. And the technical type, what real-time applications is your research on?
I'm so sorry, I'm struggling to hear you. It's breaking up a little.
Any real-time applications of your research work?
At the moment, Momentum does use an in-app screening tool that is similar to what I'm trying to achieve with this framework.
Okay, and have you studied about any future scope of it?
So it is my hope that there would be voice-based recognition rather than just smartphones and wearables doing this or using this framework. So hopefully in the future, AI will drive further improvements.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That
Thank
was
you.
nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Vasha, ma'am, I have a request.
Yes.
Mr. Azad Ali have their meeting later on, so he
Yes,
wants
yes.
to present after this.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, okay, moving forward. Next, Shahzad Ali is going to present his paper title Hybrid Kernel SVM and Boosting Approach for Accurate Autism Spectrum Disorder Screening.
Sorry, Windy Permatasiono, enhancing tax compliance before hybrid kernel SVM and the web.
Sorry, ma'am, you are not audible properly. Can you repeat?
Okay. Sorry. I'm Windy Permatasiono. The title enhancing tax compliance among e-commerce MSME, the impact of digital financial technology and tax knowledge with digital trust as a moderating variable. Before hybrid kernel, I must the first presentation before hybrid kernel when the website.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, Mr. Shahzad Ali have a meeting, so he wants to present before before you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. After Mr. Kenal, after
Exactly.
Mr.
Osman.
Shahzad Ali,
Nee, sorry.
can I?
At the moment is Suraj and then me. Sorry.
Ma'am, actually, after Shahzad Ali, we'll go with the sequence. So after Shahzad Ali, there will be Suresh Panamapli, then Othman Azrul, and then it comes to you. Is that fine?
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for the cooperation. Shahzad Ali, you can go.
Thank you. Thank you for considering my request. Do you hear me properly?
Yeah, you're audible. You can share
Yes,
your
yes, you're
screen.
audible.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shazadali, and today I will be presenting our work titled Hybrid
Uh,
Kernel SVM.
Excuse me. Can you share your screen, please?
Sorry.
Yeah, now you can continue. Just present it in the presentation mode. Yeah, continue.
Thanks. Today I will be presenting my work titled Hybrid Kernel SVM and boosting approaches for accurate autism spectrum disorder screening. Here is a quick outline of my work, my talk. I will begin. I'm sorry. I will begin with an introduction to autism spectrum disorder and then move toward literature review and workflow. Then later on present results and comparative analysis, and finally wrap up with the key findings of the study. The background of this study, actually autism spectrum disorder or ASD is a neurodevelopmental condition characterized by difficulties in social interaction, communication, and repetitive or restricted behaviors. The common difficulties include maintaining eye contact, understanding social cues, learning delays, and repetitive actions. Importantly, ASD or autism spectrum disorder results from a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Fortunately, it is not caused by parenting style or personal choices. The early signs often emerge within the first 3 years of life, making early detection of ASD vital. ASD presents a wide spectrum, from individuals who can live independently to those who require high level of support. Many also experience sensory and health-related challenges. That's why early diagnosis plays a crucial role, as timely interventions can significantly improve communication and learning outcomes. That's why the objective of our study aims to investigate the complex relationship risk factors among ASD using different machine learning methods. This table summarizes some key findings from the existing literature. Here are different studies who previously used different data sets and using different machine learning methods and non-machine learning approaches to for the early diagnosis of ASD. Our approach in our study, we used an ASD children dataset available on Kaggle. It's an open source dataset. The data went through a thorough pre-processing phase, including cleaning, handling missing values, and the normalization of the data. Our proposed methodology had three main phases. First, data pre-processing. Second, the implementation of various machine learning base classifiers as well as ensemble techniques. And finally, the third phase includes evaluation using different performance evaluation matrices. This table shows the characteristics of the study population we worked with. It gives an overview of the demographics and variables used for this analysis. Here, the target variable is ASD traits, which is a binary variable comprising two classes, yes and no. Yes represents the samples with ASD, and the no represents the samples with non-ASD. The dataset contains a total 1923 samples, of which 1018 corresponds to ASD class, and the 905 belongs to non-ASD. Here, the other variables represents demographic or behavioral or environmental characteristics of the subject. Here you can see the workflow of our proposed ASD screening framework. It begins with dataset pre-processing, then moves into model implementation, followed by evaluation and comparison. The structured workflow helped us ensure a standardized approach across all classifiers. Here you can see the pre-processing phase includes the removing the missing values to preserve the integrity and consistency, along with the categorical entries or categorical variables are transformed using label encoding. And then we implemented different ML-based classifiers, including knife-based, KNN, SVM, and different boosting classifiers like AdaBoost, like GBM, and XGBoost. And furthermore, we have used hybrid kernel SVM and stacking classifiers. We have partitioned data into training and testing with 18 and 20% ratio. To evaluate the model performance, we used standard performance evaluation matrices, including accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. And the table represents the predictive performance of machine learning based classifiers as well as ensemble models used in this study. The measures here you can see the knife-based classifier achieved lowest accuracy, which is 70%, and then AdaBoost, which improved slightly to 81%. And then boosting classifiers, including like GBM, XGBoost, they improved their performance to 90%. And they are consistent with 99%, consistent with the precision, recall, and F1 score. And if you see the stacking classifier, which is the ensemble from XGBoost, like GBM, and hybrid kernel SVM, achieved 99.74 accuracy with 99% precision, recall, and F1 score, and outperforms all the base classifiers and boosting classifiers. Here we present ROC curves for different models, and which indicates similar results, that stacking classifier achieved the best ROC. ROC indicates best ROC curve with the highest true positive rate and the lowest false positive rate. Along with precision recall curves for evaluated models indicate and these curves distinguishes between ESD and non-ESD cases across different thresholds. Like you can see the
Your 9 minutes are over, sir. So
the gray line represents around the best precision recall curve with the stacking classifier. Here we present a comparative analysis with the existing literature and our current work. This table compares the findings. Our approach, you can see, indicated consistently better performance with existing models, demonstrating the strength of hybrid and stacking-based models in this domain. To summarize, we evaluated a diverse set of classifiers, including knife-based, AdaBoost, SVM, light GBM,
Yes, Mr. Shazad, a very interesting work and really very good presentation. How you're going to validate your results? Hello?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes. How are you going to validate your results?
Validate for this data set, we used different set of performance evaluation matrices trained on the 80% of the data and measured the accuracy or other different evaluated the
If your
performance.
if your application will be used in real time, so it is actually it is approach for accurate autism spectrum disorder screening, na? So
Exactly.
yes, the disorders, what will be the accuracy reached, and will it be really useful for the physicians or the medicine people to use your research for real time predictions and diagnosis of the patients?
Obviously, yes, it will be useful for clinical applications. In order to validate, we plan to work with a diverse set of different data sets. Like currently, we used an open source data set available from Kaggle. And later on, in future work, we plan to work with different multimodal modalities like neuroimaging data and different clinical scores and genetic data as well. To validate, obviously, we need different set of data sets so that we can evaluate the performance using cross-domain or across database or across
Thank you very much.
sources,
Yes.
the performance model.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Up next, we have Suresh Panam Pimpli. He's presenting Decoding Career Hesitation in Online Discourse, Topic Modeling Analysis of Social Media Post on Managerial Roles. Suresh, sir, are you there? I think we don't have Suresh, sir. Okay, moving further. So up next, we have Othmane Azerulo.
Okay, thank you so much. I am here.
Yeah, sir.
Name is Othman Azerwal. It's
Oh,
very
sorry.
difficult to spell, but it's okay, no problem. Just 1 second.
Yeah, sir.
I will prepare my presentations. Just 1 second, please. So, just 1 second. I think you see my screen, maybe, no?
Yeah, it's visible. You can start.
It's visible. Okay, thank you so much. The first one, thank you so much. I am very happy to be with you today to present a new topic, a new novel framework in data science and knowledge graphs, digital knowledge in AI systems. Also for me, I am Dr. Othman Azerwal. I am a senior researcher and senior lecturer at German Center for Higher Education Research and Science Studies in Berlin, and I am at the University of Hagen in Hagen. My agenda. At the first, I will give an introduction about my topic, and then a core idea of dialogic AI, and then some theoretical background, methodology.
Dr. Ottomane,
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you.
yeah.
We have only 9 minutes to present, okay?
I will
So
give my
consider,
best. I will give my best. I will give my
yes,
best to
all the best, all the
go
best.
because there's a new topic, new framework. Is a topic for my habilitations. That's why I will give just an overview about the topic. Okay. The first one is my introduction about dialogic AI. Dialogic AI is a new framework that can be used to human epistemic preferences, and we can assume ensuing informations. Sorry, my presentation. Why? Okay. Just 1 second, because I have a problem with the slides. Dialogic AI is influenced by the author Wittgenstein, is the author in Germany. Is their theory that meaning arise from social context, making AI responses contextually appropriate. And unlike classical AI, dialogic AI supports adaptive context, user specific knowledge, and moving beyond on one size fits. The core idea of dialogic AI is an active and responsive partner in dialogue, and with multiverse hypergraphics are used to represent a range of cognitive communities and to support pluralistic perspectives. Dialogic AI emphasizes equal collaboration between humans and some dynamic knowledge. And for the theoretical background, language games illustrate that meaning emerges from social interactions and highlights that knowledge is not static but evolves as AI system adapt to users' need and intentions. That is the theoretical background. But the methodology for my research is, as the first is dialogic AI system use for different forms of input like text, voice, emotional, to create a comprehensive understanding of user intent. And the second one is inference mechanisms, and that means that dialogic AI allows to make informed decisions and based on incomplete informations, for example, or the system continually and the system continually adapts its knowledge representations based on user interaction. And now I will give a small overview about practical users or practical applications that can be used for dialogic AI. The first one is dialogic AI can enhance academic search engines by providing, or the framework of dialogic AI can facilitate the harmonization or the standardizations of knowledge models. That means can use it in different domains, can use it in different in information exchange between different data sources, or can present multiple perspectives on public policies users, aiding, for example, decisions makers in understanding the complexity of different viewpoints. And now I will give some examples in action of this novel framework. The first one is AI system organize, measures a lot of categories in real time and guided by ongoing user feedback and shifting needs. And the second one, AI presents alternative interpretations or supporting users in comparing options and their understanding interactivity. And the last one is that dialogue AI can adapt in some domains for specializations like science, politics, or educations, and ensure higher relevance and permissions in specific queries. And now I will give an overview about human AI teaming. So teaming is very important because AI can recognize changing in knowledge or understanding and allowing teams together to respond proactively in dynamic solutions. And users can adjust knowledge preferences, enable human AI teamwork for individual needs and goals. And dialogic AI, you have the opportunity to make some critical reflections with AI, supporting, for example, informed decisions or deeper learning in teamwork. And now I will give some advantages of dialogic AI and then some challenges. First one is with dialogic AI system are designing to be flexible, to be adaptive to user preferences and context to improve engagement. And the second one, you have the framework of dialogic AI promotes transparency in knowledge representations, and you have, as a user, you have the opportunity to understand, how conclusions are reached. Or the third one is with dialogic AI fosters, for example, an approach to knowledge, diverse perspectives and interpretation. And I will give auch, for example, some key challenges. First one is technical complexity is very complex to use. That means multi-model inputs and updating knowledge dynamically are major technical challenges in AI systems or in AI system development. And the second one is ethical consideration. That means you need to ensure transparency and to reduce bias and protecting user autonomy, because they are very important for ethical AI systems. And the measure is very, very important, for example, to validate epistemic changes and gaining dialogically from, for example, simulation that can, for example, a methodologic hurdles. And now I will give a summarize or conclusions about my topic. Dialogic AI is faster dynamic interaction and can understanding between humans and AI, and can improve the communications that between this AI and human. And you have the opportunity with dialogic AI that you can use it for some approaches to individual users' needs and support collaborative problems solving. And the second one, with dialogic methods, you can enhance or improve trust and usability, and you can make a more effective partner in decisions making and knowledge creations. And now I will give an overview about my future directions in dialogic AI. The first one is to develop models for epistemic dynamics that can help to better understand complex processes of knowledge in AI. And the second one, I will like to make some successions or integrations of ethical questions or ethical design principles that can enhance AI for developing responsibility for users. And the second one, I will conduct some empirical studies, because there are new studies on user interaction.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but your time is over.
Okay, thank you. I give my best. And the last one is that my goal is to build AI that is inclusive, adaptive, to support all users. That is my future directions. And now, thank you so much for your intentions. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. And thank you.
Yes, that was a really very interesting topic, Dr. Ottomane. And yeah, presentation was really interesting. And the question is, if there is some uncertainty or ignorance in the system, if the sentences are given, I don't know. So don't is written as DON apostrophe T. Is your system able to handle it?
No, it's not enabled to handle it, but we work it for it. Is a perspective for 1 or 2 years to make it handled.
Yes. One more question is that is your system imitating or emulating like in human-like manner?
Sorry, can you repeat maybe the questions?
Human-like
What you mean?
thinking. Is your system behaving in human-like thinking?
Yes, of course, of course. We have
Must it
considered
remain
this
neutral?
aspect, yes.
Or must it remain neutral at different times there? Is it a neutral every time, or is it giving some human-like behavior?
This aspect we would like to consider it for the future because
Yeah.
it's
And
just
what is the accuracy percentage of accuracy you've obtained?
we can handle just texts, we can handle just audio
Yes,
as
some
the data.
mathematical working behind it, some mathematics behind it, which may give you some accuracy in terms of percentage.
We don't have some mathematics, but we.
Because it could be worked out in future.
Yeah, exactly. That will be considered, of course, because is a topic that I submit for coming some further project research.
And
that
if
we
it is like a dialogic knowledge AI system, that means some AI method or technology is working behind your work. Yeah.
Of course, yes, of course.
Which is really involving some statistics and mathematics related to it.
You have to,
so
of course.
that need to be worked out, which
Of
will
course.
give you some accuracy in terms of percentage.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel like it's like a suggestion for your future work.
Yeah, that is a good point, and we will be considerate, of course. And yeah, we are at the beginning. If you have any interesting for this project, feel free to contact me. Or have you a new idea to discuss? I am open for any discussions and any cooperation. And thank you so much. Yeah, then I give the opportunity for other questions, maybe. Thank you so much.
Yes, it was really nice interacting with you, Doctor. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you, Messi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Up next, we have Windy Permata Suyono. She is presenting enhancing tax compliances among e-commerce MSMEs, the impact of digital finance technology and tax knowledge with digital trust as a moderating variable.
Okay, thank you, Mr. and Miss.
Yeah, ma'am. You can start. Just before you start, ma'am, I would like to request everyone to stick to the time constraints. So as we have 4 to 5 more presentations. So yeah, thank you, ma'am. You can start.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Windy Permata Siono, and I will be presenting our study entitled Enhancing Tax Compliance Among E-commerce MSMEs, the role of digital financial technology, tax knowledge, and digital trust. In the research is highlight relevant as e-commerce has become one of the fastest growing sector in Indonesia. Yet tax compliance remains a pressing challenge. And then introduction, micro, small, and medium enterprises in e-commerce have grown rapidly, expanding market access and boosting competitiveness. However, one major challenge persists: low tax compliance. This often due to informal business practice, limited tax knowledge, and weak regulatory oversight. To address this, many MSMEs have adopted financial technology tools such as mobile payment, e-tax platform, and digital bookkeeping. These tools improve transparency, efficiency, and traceability of financial transaction. Two key factors stand out. First, tax knowledge. Business owners who understand tax rules are more likely to comply accurately and on time. Second, digital trust, confidence in system security and reliability, which moderates how technology is adopted and consistently used. Despite this insight, few studies have explored the combined role of fintech, tax knowledge, and digital trust, especially in the context of developing economics. This gap motivates our research. And then literature review. In the study, we review three main concepts. First, digital financial technology. Fintech simplify transaction, automate bookkeeping, and improve record keeping by reducing administrative burdens and increasing transparency. It directly supports better tax compliance. And the second, tax knowledge. This refers to understanding tax regulation, reporting obligation, and digital service. Strong tax knowledge not only increases the ability to comply but also frames tax payment as both a legal duty and a contribution to national development. And the third, digital trust. This is confidence in the integrity, security, and reliability of digital system when MSA trust financial and government platforms. They are more likely to adopt them. Importantly, digital trust also strengthens the impact of both fintech and tax knowledge on compliance behavior. Based on this, we propose a model where fintech and tax knowledge drive tax compliance with digital trust acting as a moderator. This model is especially relevant in developing economies where digital literacy and infrastructure remain limited. And the next, based on this perspective, we propose 5 hypotheses. And the first hypothesis, digital financial technology positively affect on tax compliance among e-commerce MSMEs. And the second, has tax knowledge positively affect tax compliance among e-commerce MSMEs. And the third, digital trust positively affects tax compliance among e-commerce MSME. And the fourth, digital trust moderates the relationship between digital financial technology and tax compliance among e-commerce MSME. And the last, digital trust moderates the relationship between tax knowledge and tax compliance among e-commerce MSME. And the research method, this study use quantitative approach using structural equation model or PLSM. Data were collected from 120 MSME owners and decision makers operating on major Indonesia e-commerce platforms such as Tokopedia, Shopee, Lazada, Blibli, and Bukalapak in Indonesia. The respondent had at least 1 year of online operation, used digital financial service, and possessed basic digital tax knowledge. Validated instruments were applied for fintech, tax knowledge, tax compliance, and digital trust. Analysis was performed with Smart PLS 4.0, including validity, reliability, and moderation tests. The ethical standards such as informed consent and confidentiality were maintained. And then, before testing the hypothesis, we first validated the measurement model. On the left, the convergent validity results show that all factor loading are above the acceptable threshold of 0.7. This indicates that each indicator reliable represent each construct. On the right, the discriminant validity table shows that all construct, digital financial technology, tax knowledge, digital trust, and tax compliance are clearly distinct from one another as the square root of EV values are greater than their inter-construct correlation. Together, this result confirm that measurement model is both reliable and valid. Next, we examine construct reliability and validity. As shown in table 2, all convergence alpha value exceed 0.86. Composite reliability value are above 0.9 and AV value are greater than 0.6. This confirms that all constructs meet the required standard for reliability and convergent validity. Table 3 presents the R-square value of 0.628, indicates that the model explains around 63% of the variance in tax compliance, which is considered moderate. This confirms that our independent variable provide meaningful explanatory power. Okay. Direct effect testing result. Bootstrapping with 5,000 resample was used to evaluate PET coefficient as a p-value, t-value, and confidence interval. Hypothesis is accepted if test statistic more than 1.098 and p-value less than 0.05. Our findings show digital fine text positively influence text compliance and hypothesis 1 accepted. Text knowledge significantly enhance text compliance. Hypothesis 2 accepted and digital trust show strong positive effect on text compliance. Hypothesis 3 accepted. Okay. Indirect effect testing result. Technological infrastructure test a moderating variable. Hypothesis accepted if test statistic more than 1.974 and p-value less than 0.05. Interpretation, digital trust.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am, but your 9 minutes are over.
Okay, strengthens the effect of digital financial technology on tax compliance. Its main hypothesis accepted. Digital trust strengthens the effect of tax knowledge on tax compliance, and its main hypothesis accepted. And then discussion. In our discussion, we found that fintech adoption significantly improved tax compliance. It does this by increasing transparency, reducing administrative burdens, and ensuring traceability of SME transactions. Second, tax knowledge play a vital role. MSME with higher literacy are more likely to fulfill their tax obligation accurately and view compliance as a part of their civic responsibility. Third, digital trust emerged as key driver confidence in the security and reliability of digital system and encourage consistent use of digital tax platform. Importantly, digital trust also plays a moderating role. It strengthens the effect of fintech on compliance and amplify the effect of tax knowledge and compliance behavior. Overall, the result confirm that fintech, tax knowledge, and digital trust each independently improve compliance. The main insight is clear. Effective tax compliance in e-commerce MSA requires the integration of technology, education, trust, and holistic approach that support sustainable digital transformation. And the conclusion, all 5 hypotheses are supported. And then fintech, tax knowledge, and digital trust is significant enhance compliance and digital trust. Further acts moderator that strengthens this effect. Okay. And then from a policy perspective, success requires more than digital tools. It also demands trust building initiative, MSME tax education, and supportive infrastructure to ensure sustainable compliance in digital era. And the last limitation, implication, limitation, and future research. The study is not without limitation. First, it's sectional, so causality cannot be fully established. Second, the scope limited to Indonesian MSME, which may affect generalizability. Third, data are based on self-reported survey. Future research should use longitudinal and cross-country approach, expand institutional factors such as fairness and enforcement, and combine survey data with administrative records for stronger insight and practical. The study provide insight for regulator, tax authority, and fintech provider. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to your discussion. Thank you.
Yes, Vinji, it was really interesting topic. Your presentation was good. And question is that why do you think e-commerce MSMEs sometimes fail to complying with the taxes?
Sorry, I don't
Many
understand.
of the time,
Can
many
you-
of the time, the system fails to calculate the taxes. Why do you think so?
Okay, when the system cannot or which slide, miss sorry.
Okay, fine. One more thing is you are working on digital finance technology and very simple tax technology. Which is more better? Can you validate
okay.
your answer?
Okay, thank you, miss, for your thank you,
Okay,
miss.
fine,
Okay,
Wendy. It's no problem. Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving further. Up next, we have Martina Bernick. He's presenting ICT as a teaching tool for understanding the complexity of strategic management.
So, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Dear
Good afternoon,
colleagues,
ma'am.
I will share my screen. Pojď mi pomoct, prosím, ale dělej.
Tak si vyber tu svoji prezentaci. No, taky pust.
A jak ji mám pustit? Dělej, prosím, pomoz mi.
Yeah, ma'am, you can start your
Wait a
presentation.
moment. Počkej, tady je prezentace, vydrž. Prezentace od začátku. Yes, it works. Thank you for your patience. So I would like to introduce you to my contribution, which is focused on the use of ICT tools in teaching process at the university, especially in the subject strategic management. So please excuse me my vocal indisposition. I have a cold, but I hope you will understand me. The presentation contains the reason why to use other than standard teaching methods, also the essence of the research problem, including research questions. After that, I present the methodology, gained results, and finally summary, and also the research limits as well. At present, the classical frontal teaching, which is based on lectures and seminars, is becoming insufficient for understanding the complexity of the globalized world. And also the behavior, attitudes, and perceptions of Generation Z, from which today's university students are recruited, are also changing. And that's the reason why the use of project teaching based on ICT tools brings much more dynamics to the teaching process. And it allows the student to better understand the context in real time during realizing a business simulation. And the greatest advantage of a business simulation is that it's close to the real business environment. And students, they can try out the decision-making process to the test. They receive immediate feedback from me, and they are all involved in the lessons. It's very important for them. And at our university, we have been dealing with this issue for a long time. And for this particular research, we have set the following research questions. If the ICT tool in the form of a business simulation is suitable for demonstrating the complexity of strategic management and understanding the principles of system management, and if the business simulation does allow to apply and combine knowledge gained from previous studies, different subjects, and if it develops managerial competencies and strengthen the critical thinking. And the methodology was built on questioning. We used the questionnaire survey. It includes 15 closed-ended questions with exactly one answer option. And subsequently, open-ended questions were asked to which the students could freely answer. And a total of 327 respondents participated in this phase of the research, and all questionnaires obtained were valid. And now the first results. In the case of project-based learning with ICT tools, 98% of students agree, or rather agree, with the nice possibility of interaction and real involvement during the lesson. And if we compare it to frontal teaching, only 39% of students agree with the nice possibility of interaction and real involvement. After that, total of 98% of students say that project-based teaching using appropriate ICT tools allows to develop knowledge and mastery of principles of teamwork, while only 37 agree with this in the case of frontal teaching. Only 21% of students believed that it's possible to take full advantage of elements of multidisciplinary in frontal teaching, while 97% of students agree that project-based teaching using ICT is essentially based on multidisciplinary. And 84 students agree that it's possible to improve the communication skills in project-based teaching, but only 43% of students agree that this is possible during frontal teaching. And the last aspect compared is optional learning activities. When implementing project-based learning, 93% of them voluntarily participated in activities in which participation was not mandatory. But in the case of frontal teaching, it was only 27. The second part of the questionnaire focuses on the development of necessary managerial competencies. The first competence is ability to take responsibility for the result, and total of 95% of students agree that it's possible to gain this responsibility during business simulation. Furthermore, total of 97% of them agree that they have improved their ability to cooperate and coordinate effectively during the simulation, and the same number agree that they have learned to divide work tasks more effectively and take advantage of the effect of specialization during the simulation. And furthermore, 93% agree that other soft skills have been developed during the simulation.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am, but your 9 minutes are over.
Yeah, similar results we gain in the second part of the simulation. More than 90% agree that they understand the complexity of strategic management because of realizing the business simulation. So this slide displays some of the most frequently recorded statements. And both research questions could be answered with clear yes. And conclusion, although there is room in the questionnaire for free expression of respondents, the main part is based on closed questions, and it can depict the diverse range of perception of this issue. So it's always a certain degree of simplification. So further research could be followed either by observing the same phenomenon in a time series and finding out whether there is any shift, or it could be enriched with a qualitative part in the form of structured interviews. Results show that in university studies in economics and management programs, project-based teaching using ICT tools, especially business simulation, is much more effective than frontal teaching. So that's briefly all from my side. Thank you for your attention, and I'm ready to answer any questions you may have.
Yes. Thank you for the good presentation. And what were the different parameters you have used while the questionnaire survey you have done? Na? So what different questions you have asked there?
So first part was built on comparison, the behavior of students during frontal teaching method and during this project teaching method. And after that, the questionnaire includes questions if the students agree, or rather agree or not agree, that this
Okay, fine. And how
type
did
of
you
teaching,
validate the results?
sorry?
Yes, how did you validate the results? You got the results. And how did you validate it?
So it was a simple questionnaire. It's something built on simple questions, and I only describe the answers in this moment. So we will continue. It was something like prerequisite for further research, and we need to add some additional methods, and also we add the qualitative part of the research.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. That was good of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Up next, we have Anan. Just a second. Sorry for. Yeah. So up next, we have Jaswanti Guda. She is presenting orchestrating organizational sustainability, the impact of green recruitment, training, performance management, involvement, and reward system through green leadership.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible. You can start.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone and all present here. I'm Jashanti today with Madhuri, co-author. Today we are going to discuss on the study about orchestrating organizational sustainability with the GHRM activities that are done in the organizations. So mainly the focus of this paper is mainly on the organizational sustainability, how it can be attained with the GHRM practices by motivating the employees and bringing up the ecological balance with the social responsibility and economical viability. The main problem is we are being focusing on that the HR systems are not being prioritized in the organizations for their contributions and the sustainability. They are just overlooked, they are not prioritized and disregarded. So the main concept and objective of this study is to show how green leadership mediates the GHRM effect on the sustainability. So based on that idea, we have just made our designed our questions on the role of recruitment, training, performance rewards, organization culture, and green leadership and sustainability. So these are the famous authors that has worked on the GHRM practices such as recruitment training. And so for the continuation study of the Renwick, Shafit and Hall, we just have collected the 491 responses from the HRM line managers and the manufacturing and service industries. It is a cross-sectional and quantitative survey using the 5-point Likert scale. By using the EMVO, RPV, and set theories. And for continuation of this analysis, where we can see it is a model fit with SRMR of 0.05, which is less than 0.08, with a composite reliability 0.84 to 0.94, where we can see a green leadership as just having the R square of 0.60 and organization sustainability of R square 0.54 has been seen as significant results from the variables such as recruitment, employee involvement, compensation and rewards, and which has been also showing a positive, significant impact on the green leadership, which should be which is contributing to the organizational sustainability and green culture, the culture that is being there in the organization is also affects the sustainability of the organizations. We can see, and the indirect effects, the recruitment, employee involvement, compensation and rewards is also showing a impact on the sustainability through the visionary green leadership. So our findings is that we can see the green HRM practices that has influence on the green leadership and the culture of the organizations is being shown as a significant influence on the sustainability So for this, we have suggested we suggest the organization to mostly invest on the eco training and the recruitment of the persons who just wanted to contribute themselves to the goal of sustainability, and the performance-based incentives the company need to improve, and build a value-based green leadership program, bringing up the employees with the new ideas and encouraging them, and integrate the economical, social, and governance matrices into their internal systems, just not only a part of just CSR kind of activity. Just it is some of the measures that need to be involved in the internal systems of the organizations, and not only to the metric in the performance levels also, and also it can continue these practices into the tourism, hospitality, manufacturing, and other organizations and sectors also, for a goal to have a sustainable world. And we want to conclude that the green HRM activities that are conducted by the organizations with a visionary green leader to the goal of sustainability is main key to the sustainability, as we have seen the evidence that it is very important in the organizations, which improves and benefits the organizations with, which improves the performance of the organizations. Some cost reductions may be done, and the brand and stakeholder trust and the ego commitment that it gives to the world. And our continuation of the study in the future, we will be doing the research on longitudinal and cross industry studies and the role of AI and green analytics in HR, and with the studies study of employee resistance and ethical issues. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Jaswanti. Good presentation and interesting work. So, what is the role of employees who are promoting sustainable practices? What is the role of employees who are promoting sustainable practices?
So the role of employees who are promoting the sustainability is the main pillars of this goal or this idea to contribute to the sustainability. These are the main pillars that without them, that there is no contributing to sustainability. So these are the main pillars, I think.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Up next, we have Ananya Chaudhary Mupanna. She's presenting social media is promoting sustainable marketing, a systematic literature review.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You can start your presentation.
Yes, I'm going to share my screen now. So today our presentation is going to be on social media and promoting sustainable marketing, a systematic literature review. In this era of digitalization, social media has become much more than a communication tool. It is now central to how companies engage with consumers and promote sustainability. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X allow two-way communication, transparency, and interactive storytelling. Prior studies focused on green marketing strategies and consumption behavior, but lack state-of-the-art bibliometric research in sustainable marketing. So our study conducts systematic literature review using the TCCM framework to provide a comprehensive understanding of social media's role in sustainable marketing. Research methodology. So some of our key objectives include identifying key theories, frameworks in sustainable marketing, and track research evolution, categorize and summarize main themes and emerging trends, and context, we map regions, industries, and where sustainable marketing on social media is being studied. And we also suggest, our objective is to suggest future research directions on social media's role in sustainable marketing. And we used article search and selection with inclusion exclusion criteria on Scoopers, and we also performed systematic literature review of the articles using TCCM framework. and we performed bibliometric analysis on the selected research articles of social network promoting sustainable marketing. Some of our research outcomes were we identified key theories and research context, and also highlighted characteristics of social media and sustainable marketing. And we also summarized various methods that were used in the literature, and we also extracted major themes and emerging research trends and we proposed future research directions for scholars. Data extraction. We used Scopus as our main database to collect articles for this systematic literature review with the keywords sustainable marketing and social media. Prisma approach was also used to systematically screen and select the relevant articles that to ensure transparency and replicability in the study. During our initial search, we retrieved 54 articles, and after the exclusion and inclusion criteria that was given here, we selected 30 articles, and after the abstract review, 27 articles were finalized. The table here shows the inclusion and exclusion criteria that we focused on. Data analysis. For performance analysis, here the line graph shows a non-linear trend in the research activity over the years. So here we can see that from 2012 to 2017, the publications were consistently low. Either there was 0 or 1 publication, but starting from 2018, there has been an increase in the publications, indicating growing academic interest in this field. The publications peaked in 2021 with 5 articles and 2024 with 9 articles. So from this, we can understand that this trend indicates that academic focus is influenced by social and technological developments. We also conducted a keyword co-occurrence analysis using Author and Scopus indexed keywords, focusing on sustainable marketing and social media. And Vios viewer was used to create a network map showing relationship between those keywords. So thus the results showed social media is strongly linked with sustainable marketing, sustainability, marketing, and other terms like green marketing, consumer behavior, purchase intention, and perception. These were the top global cited articles. The highest citation is 171. These are the 5 articles. And coming to the TCCM framework, TCCM is the theory, context, characteristics, and methodology. So some of the theories that we identified in this literature were technology acceptance model, the mobile technology acceptance model, social learning theory, and consumer socialization theory. And from this, we observed that technology acceptance model was frequently employed during consumer behavior decision making. And context. The context in which these theories were studied included cross-cultural behavior, tourism, and luxury fashion. Research has also been conducted in the areas of small and medium enterprises, celebrity endorsements, and brand activism. The characteristics. Characteristics that have been studied included motivation factors such as compliance and identification, as well as the usefulness and ease of mobile technology. Other important aspects include interaction, trendiness, trust, and word of mouth. So additional variables included brand attitudes, self-brand connection, emoji presence, ad personalization, social media usage, and environmental responsibility. So the methodologies that were used in the papers were research in sustainable marketing and social media, mostly used a quantitative approach, followed by qualitative and a few case studies, with online surveys as the main data collection method, along with interviews and semi-structured interviews. Whereas for data analysis, structural equation modeling is the most widely used method, followed by multiple regression, ANOVA, and PLSM with mediation and moderation. So to conclude this, our review presented an in-depth understanding of sustainable marketing using social media through a SLR grounded in the TCCM framework. We also provided key principles to recognize, understand, predict, and evaluate consumer behavior related to environmental attitudes. We analyzed 27 articles from Scoopers on sustainable marketing and social media, and also highlighted major theories, context, characteristics, and methods used in the prior research. Findings also suggest that sustainable marketing is a valuable strategy for academics, practitioners, and government. It supports effort to influence consumer behavior and contributes to achieving the sustainable development goals. The future directions that we would want to focus is on expanding the scope of analysis by including Web of Sciences database in addition to Scoopers for broader coverage. As this review is relied solely on Scoopers database, which limited this pool of studies that were being considered. And we also want to apply alternative frameworks such as PAR4 to capture different perspectives on sustainable marketing and social media. And we also want to move beyond citation and keyword occurrence analysis by employing bibliographic coupling for deeper literature connections. Conduct a meta-analysis in this domain to generate stronger statistical insights and generalization. And some of our limitations were that our study focused only on TCCM framework analysis, which while structured may overlook insights from other methodologies. And we only relied on Scoopers database to gather this information So this narrow database focus may exclude relevant research published elsewhere. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yes, thank you, Ananya, for the good and interesting presentation. My question is, which social media strategies are most effective for your research?
Which social media
strategies are useful for your research, are more effective for your research?
Useful social media strategies, we used storytelling, influencer collaborations, and user-generated content. Brands also used interactive campaigns and word of mouth.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Up next, we have Suresh Panampilli. He is presenting Decoding Career Hesitation in Online Discourse, Topic Modeling Analysis of Social Media Posts on Managerial Posts Roles. Suresh, sir? Suresh, sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you see my presentation?
No, sir. Just a second. Yeah, now you can share your screen.
I have shared my screen. Can you see?
No, sir. Try.
Okay, I'll do once more. Can you see?
Yeah, it's yeah, it's visible.
So thank you for giving me this opportunity to present at the ISBM conference. The research I have done, this study is on career hesitations. So I'll show you the structure of my presentation first. I'll briefly summarize the overall paper in the abstract. Then I'll go with the introduction, literature review, results and discussion, and conclusion and future work. Basically, I'm following the structure of the paper. So basically, the topic which I have considered here is many individuals are hesitant to take up managerial roles, even when they have the potential. And this is an organizations face this as an issue because for them to grow along with their strategic goals, this becomes a hindrance. So to look at this, what I did is I looked at posts on the Reddit social media platform. This is a small study with a limited number of posts. And based on that, I did a topic modeling with LDA. And I could identify themes related to psychological, organizational, and ethical factors, which I'll come to later. And I found that this study, the findings which we got align with the existing theories to a large extent. Also, there are some novel insights which I got, which are not covered by the existing studies. So this the contribution of this paper is that it demonstrates that social media data can be used to build theory and validate theory and get insights. And it also gives practical suggestions for organizations which can be worked upon. So I'll just briefly, I now go ahead and present this in a little more detail. So the social media platforms are become a very useful tool nowadays. Things like LinkedIn, Reddit, Twitter, and there are this Glassdoor and things like that. So they are all forums where a lot of candid data is available. And these are not created at the timing of a researcher, but mostly by the individual himself or herself. And it becomes a good source for doing research. And my topic is managerial reluctance, that is hesitation of competent people to take up managerial roles. And as I said earlier, this is an organizational issue. Organizations wanting to grow may lose out on good talent if this reluctance is existing. So the prior research, they are identified two types of broad areas which contribute to managerial reluctance. One is individual factors. The individuals may be reluctant due to their own reasons. Then there are structural reasons for the organization. The organizational policies may also contribute to this. So in this study, the research question I looked at is, how do the data from social media, do they align with the theories, and what are the novel insights which could be gathered? This is the broad research question which I looked at. So if you look at the literature, as I said, there are psychological factors which are individual differences. So some of them are an individual's values may not align with taking up a managerial role. The individual self-concept may not align with the identity of a manager. That's one type of psychological factor. The second is individuals may think that the benefits of taking up a managerial role are not compensated, do not compensate the issues they have to face, the stress and other things. The third psychological factor is, unlike an individual contributor role, a managerial role comes with ambiguity, and it needs, many people are not naturally inclined to that, so they may require preparation. So these kind of factors act as impediments. From a structural or organizational point of view, the people may feel that the growth pathways, once you become a manager, you might get are limited, and they may also fear that they are not prepared for it. Some organizations, especially technology organizations, they value and respect technical skills over managerial skills. This also can become an impediment. Then there are stereotyping based on gender, demographic factors. These are also things which can contribute to this. Now, if you look at this from a theoretical point of view, there are a few theoretical frameworks which are used to explain it. One is equity theory, where individuals weigh the benefits against the efforts they put in and feel that it's not worth it. Or role theory, where individuals may not take up roles which have high ambiguity and conflict management. The other aspect is self-determination theory, which says that people want autonomy, and compared to an individual contributor role, they feel that taking up managerial roles may compromise this. And sometimes organizational policies are viewed as rigid, unfair, unclear, and these also can lead to reluctance. Again, social identity and stereotype, like based on gender, based on demographics, people may feel that they are not perceived managerial material and they may not do it, take up those roles. Again, the career construction theory says that managerial roles sometimes are not in line with what they themselves view, what they want to be, and that can lead to reluctance. So these are some of the existing theoretical frameworks and psychological and structural factors which have been already identified. Now, what are the research gaps which will be looked at in this paper? The traditional research has focused on traditional methods like surveys, interviews. So the social desirability is a concern. And that leads to limited authenticity. And whereas social media gives the lived experience, which can be richer and more authentic. And also this gives an opportunity to validate existing findings with real life data. And also validate how social media data, how much social media data is valuable in a research of this type. So etymology is, I looked at Reddit and just put a query called reluctance to take up managerial roles, picked up the top 16 posts, looked at it manually and found that one of them is not related to managerial reluctance. So we removed it. And then did all the standard pre-processing which are required to do LDA topic modeling. And then used a grid with number of topics, passes and alpha and beta values, did some 168 iterations and then found the best value based on the coherence, diversity and similarity metrics. And then selected the optimal model. And then I used the top topics and the documents which were mapped to the top topics, which were mapped to the topics and the top words. And based on that, we did the manual tagging of the themes. So this was the selected model. We found that it's got a decent CV value, which means the interpretability, the human interpretability of the topics was high. We had 6 topics identified. And we also found that the distinctiveness of themes and the overlap between themes, they were all good. Whereas the co-occurrence of words and the words related to the topic and the topic relationship was not as great, but not bad. That's what we found. So finally the results came to this. We found that evidence of organizational injustice and bias. That means people felt that the structural issues of organizations stereotyping based on demography and things like that. Related to work-life balance, we found evidence.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but your 9 minutes are over. Yeah,
and leadership neglect and identity dissonance. So broadly, what we found is most of the conclusions aligned with existing theory. There were 2 novel insights. One was that we found that people sometimes hold both the positions. They want to take up managerial positions, but do not want to take it up because of fear of failure. Second, this is something which is covered in extensive research. Second was that we found that people can be dissuaded because of ethical considerations. They may feel that the managerial role involves unethical practices like hiding information from the team and things like that. And the third one was also another thing which was not covered in extensive research, which we found here, is that people could be motivated due to experience of somebody else. Another manager who had a bad experience could motivate somebody who has not yet experienced that role to be demotivated to take up a managerial position. So these are the conclusions, and we have identified that we could look at more diverse sources, look at more other techniques, including other topic modeling techniques, as well as surveys and traditional methods to kind of triangulate and validate these methods. That's all. Any questions, ma'am?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, yes. That was a good presentation, Dr. Suraj. And my question is, what are the main reasons where the people they're hesitating to take managerial roles according to your analysis?
Yeah, the main reasons were one, they feel that the payout is not sufficient. That means that it involves stress, it involves compromising work-life balance, and that's not compensated, number one. Number two, some people are more aligned towards technological roles, and they feel that taking up a managerial role will blunt their technological expertise. Third is watching people do something unethical. Like there are instances where somebody asked a team to they had to do something bad to the team and they had to hide, and that kind of experience dissuades people from taking up these positions. And sometimes they feel that they are like not adequately prepared. They're ambitious to take up the role, but they feel that they may not succeed. So these are the top kind of factors which came in.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Up next, we have our last presentation for the day. Yeah. So up next, we have Ajay Amjuri. He's presenting identifying the role of ESG in the global capital market.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. You can share your screen and start your presentation.
Sure.
Yes, sir. You can start your presentation.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Ajay. I'm along with my co-authors, Sri Sai Charan, and also we are presenting our study title, Identifying the Role of ESG in the Global Market, Global Capital Market. So this research was carried out at Amrita School of Business, Amaravati, and it focused on the growth importance of environmental, social, and governance, and commonly called like ESG in shaping investment strategies and capital market globally. And second will be these are the index that we are providing. Like the first is the abstract, and second introduction, and third research questions, and fourth will be proposed methodology, and fifth is results and discussion, sixth is conclusion and future work, and seventh is references. So the first is the abstract. So in this abstract, our, our research highlights the increasing role of ESG in global investment. Like we used bibliometric analysis supported by R software and VOS viewers to understand research trends, top contributors, and influential social sources. And also, our findings shows that financial research letters and highest number of publications while reviewing of accounting studies had the most cited paper. Okay, so the most contributing author was Li White. Okay, most contributor, and the most influential author was Christensen and Hale and Lewis. Almost countries like China stood out as the most cited. Looking forward, our study suggested scope for exploring BRICS nation, developing country specific ESG perspectives and applying advanced quantitative techniques. And the next slide this is the introduction. So in this introduction, the environmental, social, and governance ratings are increasingly being recognized as essential tool for investors. So they help improving pricing efficiency in capital market, as found in prior studies. However, there are challenges such as inconsistencies in ESG rating across agencies, and sometimes resistance from both due to the short-term cost of ESG implementation. And also, despite these challenges, ESG continues to gain importance because of the ability to reduce risk and create long-term value. And the next slide will be research questions. So basically, these are research questions. Like first is the emerging ESG research trends in capital market. So like our research was guided by three key questions. Like like first will be like these are three questions, and next will be the methodology. So basically, the methodology is the approach. Like the first approach will be uh, the first approach will be like a Prisma framework for systematic review. And second, tools that we have used for this research. And first is bibliometric analysis, and second is R, and then VOS, viewers we have used. And also the database will be Scopus, like searching string like capital markets or stock market and ESG. And also the refinement will be like, and also the refinement will be 880 docs. Okay, 880 docs. In that 793 for the past last 5 years, and 573 like English 11th grade. And fifth will be the network visualization. So in this, like we have collaborations pattern and key clustering. And so this is the the identification of documents via Scopus data. And the results will be the results will be like period the period from uh, the publication span between 2021 to 2025 across 249 countries. So in this source, the annual growth rate of publications was very high, which is at 62.19 percentage per year. And also each document on average received about 14 citations. In terms of authorship, like 1373 authors contributed with only 60 solo authors paper. And also in international co-authorship stood at nearly 28%, showing the global interest in ESG research. And coming to the next slide, this is the research this is results for the authors and countries. So first, first we can looking at the top sources. The top sources will be finance research research letters, which is like 40 40 and 551 citations. And also second is international review of financial analysis, and third is business strategy and environment. And also second will be the most cited documents will be like Christensen HB, and second will be the Tansen A and Arvinson. So these are the results for the authors and countries. And also the results for the authors and countries. Countries will be looking at the authors Liy Aliwai Young, J and Yang Y were the most prolific in the terms of publications. However, in terms of citations, the leading authors were Christensen, Heil, and Lutz. Which it comes to countries, China had the largest volume of documents and citations, followed by the USA, Sweden, and India. Interestingly, while Sweden had fewer documents, the average citations rate per documents was very high, which highlights the quality and impact of their research contributions. Okay, and in this, and the next slide will be the results for key network. So the first will be the keyword co-occurrence network. So in this, and also the 7 clusters form. So in that, the most frequently occurred keyword was ESG itself, because it was followed by the stock market and sustainability and corporate governance and financial performance. So the network also reveals strong interlinkage, means that ESG research is increasingly being integrated with other critical areas such as financial performance and governance. Okay, and the next will be the sustainability, corporate governance, and financial performance. And next will be the conclusion and the future works. So in this, in this, as I told you that before that we have used the bibliometric review. To conclude our bibliometric study analysis, 573 ESG related publication between 2021 to 2025, we found that financial research letter is the most relevant journey, while Christensen, Hale, and Lewis were the most influencing authors. China led in terms of China led in terms of citations, while Sweden demonstrated high impact research. So overall, like ESG integrated into stock market analysis is a growing trend, supported by increasing global collaborations. So this will help creating a more, this will help creating a more comprehensive understanding of ESG role in global capital markets. So, and the next slide will be like, so these are the references that we have taken. Like, these are the 7 references that we have taken. Yeah. Thank you. And yes, ma'am. Any questions, ma'am?
Yes, yes, Ajay. That was a really very nice presentation and
Thank you so
interesting
much,
work
ma'am.
actually. So,
Thank you, ma'am.
did you identify some role of ESG in global capital market? Hmm? So
Sorry, ma'am.
you have identified the roles here, and
Yes,
how
ma'am.
does ESG influence the allocation of capital in the global financial market?
Okay, allocation of capital in the global financial market. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so yes, ma'am.
How did ESG influence the allocation of capital?
Yes, ma'am. The like no, the first will be the the capital like the capital flows towards the sustainable assets. Like let me give you the example. Like growth of green bonds and sustainability linked loans and ESG mutual funds, ma'am. Okay, and the second will be the the risk adjusted allocations. Like for us, for sec and more funds flows to renewable energy, clean tech, healthcare, digital infrastructure. So these are the things, and also for the institution investor influences. Like for this, the pension funds and the sovereign wealth funds and large asset management. So and also we can see the big institutions in the world like BlackRock and Vanguard. Like these are the big investment banking companies. So they will be also allocating the capital for the ESG benefit. So yeah, these are.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was really
Yes,
nice.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ajay, you can stop your screen sharing.
All right. Thank you. One moment.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
Yeah, thank you.
you.
So I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution for this session, and all our participants for being part of international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of whole team, thank you for the support during the 4th version and all the previous 3 versions of the conference. We will be happy to have you in the 5th version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of ISBM 2025. I thank our I thank our chair for the session, Dr. Varsha Jadhav. Just a second. A small token of appreciation
Thank
from
you.
team ISBM 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Ma'am, do you have any closing remarks?
Yes, thank you, Siddesh. The papers, they were really very interesting and innovative. I really enjoyed all the researchers presenting the papers and all the innovation which they have done. And the most important thing is I learned from them. And I'm really very much thankful to Dr. Amit Joshi of GR Foundation and all the members associated with the conference. Thank you. Thank you very much. And most sincerely thanks, Siddesh, to you. Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
Riddhi ma'am also.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
I kindly request everyone to switch on their cameras so that we can have a quick snapshot for the session. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.